Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I am Brandon, this is Root Software. Follow me on this journey. This is day 7 of following Alex Hormozi's advice. If you haven't yet, check out the links in the description, the 3 books that I am following. There's offers, the leads, and the money models. So I have been working with software for 26 years, and I'm applying all my knowledge to the business side of the equation. And so yeah, follow me along this journey. So today was a bit light, but that's okay. I was able to get to some of the core things that I really needed to. The most important, of course, I need to deliver, and I went ahead and did organizing on my plan, organized my docs a little bit, not as much as I did the other day, because there's less chaos now. So I was able to deliver for the client in terms of I retired old assets in their hosting solution, and so it made it so that they're saving money per month for their hosting solution. And let's see, and following meetings. Oh yeah, so I prepped for Monday's meeting and following meetings for roadmap items, put them on the calendar, planned for what the implementation looks like for their basically what's called their growth engine, part of my product, my roadmap. Um, and I later made edits to my SaaS product that I'm working on. I worked on the back end of the UI and mobile, pushed those updates live, and I was passing out on my desk. Yeah, so I didn't get much sleep the other day. So today it caught up with me, and I started passing out. And wife came in. She says, "Go, go take a nap and get out of here." So I lay down for 2.5 hours, and that was what I needed to get myself through the day. So I finished building and deploying and maintaining the product, and I called it. Basically, that was my day. It was 5.5 hours of delivery time. So I didn't hit the 6 hours that I allotted, but I did need the slot. So I had the time slot available, which was great, and I did what I needed to do in the time that I had available. So I'm going to call that a win. For the other things, for building for the future, I had been building for the future for the last couple of days, and I deprioritized or procrastinated, shall we say. I like to say deprioritized. Sounds a lot more official, right? But really, getting to the delivery is important because I need to be in I need to have that context for the client really, really fresh in my memory and have it all written down and planned out. So I got that on the board, and that was really important. Let's see, for the next day or two, for Saturday, I planned for the next week and how I am chunking my time. And I made sure that it's tagged and labeled on the calendar. So not just having the time slots available for build and delivery and promotion, of course, outbound, but I I made sure that it's all available, like it's all set up on my calendar. So that was like another iteration that I needed to go through. I needed more clarity on my calendar because I didn't really nail down what I was doing in my chunk of time. So I would end up being like, you know, doing the building when I should be doing the promotion, or doing the building when I should be doing the delivery. Building is fun, right? I've built for a long time, and that's in my blood now. As many of you might be doing or starting. It's it's lucrative, but there's other parts of the business that need attention. And so tomorrow I will be, so that's where the guardrails need to be put in place. Tomorrow I will be doing more of learning and let me look at my calendar real quick. I'll be doing the learning. I got some personal stuff to get through, but I'll do learning more about video production. There was some problems with the export, so I was trying to edit the video and like do fade in, fade, just basic stuff, right? Fade in, fade out, and splicing some clips together, so you don't have to hear me go but the raw thing, being raw in front of the camera is lucrative for other people. They want to see the journey, right? Um, but so yeah, I'll be learning video production, and then I'll be doing more building for the future. And I got a meet up for another partner with a SaaS project that we're working on. That is also one that's behind the scenes. I can't share anything about it yet, but the demo looks good. I hope I can maybe we get to the point where I can share the demo live. It'd be pretty neat. That's about it. But next week, like I said, I have clear delineations of promotion. Promotion will be on the top, at the top. So I've got my leads. Okay, I could just like pop them into an Excel spreadsheet. So I've got my leads ready to go that I could just like start cold calling, and you might want to see or hear me do that. I will see if I can record that. I probably should. Why not? So then delivery and then building. There's all this other stuff that's kind of worked in between. So it'll be interesting for a while because I've got a lot of other stuff that's, there's pending things that are on top of the time blocks. So I'm really not sure how this is going to work with it. Building is basically getting the brunt of those messy like overlaps that I got in my calendar. So that's just going to be the way it's going to be for a little bit. I may dedicate more time on Saturdays for building, and that may be the way that I go to balance it out. But that's going to be about it. So numbers today are how many subscribers? We've got 27 subscribers and 7 people in the Discord channel. I will be building for the future, and I will be planning for more content in the Discord channel as a free community for now. And obviously free tools, free stuff. I love giving away free tools because ultimately what I want to get to is free local AI usage. And I've always been behind that because the big companies are going to be always selling your information and using it. It's just still another facade to sell your information and to profit off of your information. And that's the way it goes with the big companies. And that's part of why I never got into going for like Google, a place at Google. I never wanted to. Never. I saw them. I was just like, I'm not doing that. I'm not going to Google. I knew what they stood for. Even then, somehow I knew. I think it was like really early on, since I was in the nerdy bits of all that stuff, before it even came to light. I already knew all that stuff that was happening, and so I just kind of stayed away from it. I didn't talk about it, but I stayed away from it, and I stayed away from working for those kinds of people. I did end up working for a smaller company that did that, but I'm no longer with them. I stopped because of that. I was like, yeah, I thought that this is a rabbit trail. I thought that I would be okay with the biggest paycheck that I had ever gotten. I was thinking that I'd be okay with that. But that got to me, and so then I quit eventually. But that's that story for that. There's more. There's more another time. But yeah, I love open source, and I want to give back. I want to do all the free stuff, and that will come. If I can get the minimum viable pipeline of what I need to do to deliver, basically, if I can get that going, then I can focus more on the free stuff, or I'll schedule it, at least one here and there. So that's all I got. Y'all have a good day. Take care.